Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. We'll take a look at the dollar, 10-year yield, and go through all the precious metals and companies together, and I'll give you my financial opinion. So let's dive in right off the bat. We got the dollar. Dollar is consolidating sideways. This is right at a long, well, not a super long term. It's kind of like a triple top. This guy here, if you can draw a line going across kind of here, will this break through this general vicinity line up in here? We'll find out. I don't even know if it really matters, to be honest, because we're having inflation everywhere around the world. And inflation is more or less just the demographic coming into home buying years. That's really what it is. And coming into spending, their peak spending years are coming up as well for that demographic. So 1970s was the baby boomers. Now it's the millennials. That's as simple as that. The 10-year yield, that just follows the demographic for the most part. We've been rolling higher. And I think the big move is still to come ahead of us. I think it's going to go all the way up for some years ahead of us. 4, 5, 6 years. That pressure will remain with inflation because of the demographics. And that will translate into higher gold prices, higher everything. So yeah, we've broken out of this. We're doing a return move for gold off this retest. We're doing a retest move right in this area. It looks pretty good anywhere in there. Silver's doing the same thing. It's doing that retest move basically back to its support line. And I don't think we'll break through it. I think that we'll go higher. But that's an opinion at this time. And we'll see what happens. But we're coming back to do a return move. I like silver where it's at. Platinum is already kind of left the station a little bit in terms of coming off of its low. We had a nice good move a couple of trading sessions ago. And today we were up again quite strongly, $24.5 an ounce. That's pretty good. Looking at the XAU to gold ratio, it's coming up a little bit. Looks like we're trying to find a little bit of a basing support area right where it's at. Again, where I was sitting on top of a breakout in the short term, we pulled up, came up and hit resistance. What I'm going to show you here is this long-term resistance line that we have to break through. Once we break through this long-term resistance line on the XAU to gold ratio, I think gold and silver stocks are going to go ballistic. What would I be doing? I'd be signing up to Finding Value's website, Platinum membership, and seeing what the heck he's doing and what he's buying. That's what I would do. And that's in the description link below if you want to know. Karora Resources. This guy is getting a little bit of buying pressure today. It's looking good. Now, will this come all the way back and do a full retest? The possibility's there. But I can tell you, I don't think it really matters. I think this whole general vicinity up here is still a good, decent spot to be looking to purchase. EXK finding some support right where it's at. It's coming up. We're right below that resistance line. We'll see if we can pop back above it, but looks good. FSM looking good. It's still above its big falling wedge breakout. I think it looks beautiful. SILJ, another one that's above its breakout. It's looking good, doing a retest move. GDX, still doing that retest move. Still looks fantastic. SIL, another one. Here, let's go. MMNGF, another one that's killing it. Up 13.5% today. Doing quite well. Koya Resource, another exploration company. It's way down there, basically testing its bottom. Discovery Silver, it's down there as well at $1.14, looking pretty cheap. We've got AG. We've got all the patterns here, guys. It's broken the downtrend. We've come up. We do a retest move, and then we usually move on higher. That's the next step. Newmont just moving sideways. Large big picture view. We're sitting on top of patterns. Still looks good. Mag Silver, another one that's sitting towards the upper end of its pattern, kind of in this falling, kind of a falling wedge type deal. We're right at the bottom of it. That looks good. AUY already had a pretty good run up out of its breakout, so it broke out, kind of doing a return move, and we'll see how far back it returns. Impact Silver, moving sideways. We're underneath resistance at this moment. On a bigger time scale view, this is basically a double bottom pattern that we're trying to do. Aftermath silver, getting a little bit of buying pressure today, not much, but again, still looking not too bad. Arcana silver, we're getting to that support area. Interesting how we're touching that support area, guys. I drew this line across. We've hit it before, and you can draw it all the way over here. We've hit it multiple times. Every time we hit it, we find support. So if you're going to be brave soon. PLG getting a good update today. We're sitting on top of these falling wedge patterns. Still looks fine. Siboney Stillwater. Again, looks like we're trying to beef up some buyers right where we're at. Sandstorm Gold, another one with a nice bullish hammer and a nice good bounce off today. Again, we're within this pattern here. We'll see if we can start moving on up. Franco-Nevada finding a little bit of support. Right where it's at, we still could head lower a little bit if it decides to go down here, but I wouldn't be afraid. I would be brave. EMX just moving sideways. We're right at support. Let's zoom back out. There's your big support, but we also have support coming through this general vicinity in this. Oh, there we go. Come on. Click, click, boom, boom. In this general vicinity, there's support all through here. That range. Tootin Resources. Go, Tootin. Yeah, I don't want to be tooting our horn here, but yeah, we're down at the bottom of this support area, and we'll see if that holds. Wheaton Precious Metals bouncing higher today. Again, we're still above all these big patterns, guys. We're sitting on top of a mountain of patterns here, and that's usually a good spot to be. Gold Royalty moving a little bit higher today. There we are, trying to put in, it looks like a short-term bottom. Metalla Royalty, MTA, another one that's got a big bullish engulfing. I usually like buying it down in this general vicinity. MMX, Mavericks Metals, another one that's been moving sideways. Looking good, popping a little bit higher, sitting on top of this descending wedge pattern. We've got Royal Gold just pulling on back. Still just a small little update. We'll see what happens here. A Cisco Gold Royalty. Update today inside the pattern still looks good. And then Altius Renewable, or Altius Minerals coming on down, and we're doing a retest down here, and that one's looking quite fine in this general vicinity as well. So that's what I've got for today, guys. Doesn't look too bad. And yeah, I mean, the whole sector, it's sitting on top of patterns. If you're sitting on top of patterns, I would say you're A-okay, and especially when we're starting to get a little bit of green. So the overall metals, platinum's looking good. I would say that looks the strongest of the bunch. That's where I was buying my physical platinum. It has the best ratios. It is the cheapest metal of all the precious metals. And then I also think that a lot of these companies are looking quite good, quite strong. So up to you on what you want to do, but yeah, I'm holding on to the shares that I own, and I would actually be buying more in select companies that I like. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe to the website, Platinum membership if you're interested. Find out what I'm buying. And that's all I got. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.